There are times in our lives when we need to reboot ourselves. We get stuck in a pattern, follow the wrong path for too long, or simply need a jolt. And that's when rebooting can be the best thing we can do. Think about when you reboot a computer. You're essentially changing how it is currently functioning, which is usually slowly and sluggishly, and you're getting it back to where it was when you first powered it up. You're not changing the entirety of the computer, just the way it is currently operating. When you reboot yourself, you're doing the same thing. You're not changing the inner workings of yourself, you're changing how you're currently operating in current situations. But rebooting yourself isn't as easy as pressing a power button or holding down Control-Alt-Delete. There is more to it than that. First up, we must remove ourselves. When you are going about the reboot process, you need to step back and steer clear of whatever it is that you're doing that is causing the need to reboot in the first place. That may mean taking a day off of work midweek or taking a trip to get away from it all so that you can get clear with yourself. Regardless, it has to be something that you would not normally do. Calling in sick midweek or taking one of your vacation days to break the pattern of steady work week is one method. Using paid vacation to go as far away from what's got you stuck is another. This isn't running away from the problem. This is putting yourself in a place where you can really look at it and decide what the next step is. The goal is to reset yourself, and you can't do that when you're still on. Next, we need to rest ourselves. Once you've taken the time to get clear on your next move, take the time to enjoy that moment. When a computer reboots, it takes a bit of time to refresh itself. You don't press the power button and see it instantly turn back on. It spends time getting ready for what's next. That's what you need to do. You need to reflect on what you've decided to do and why you've decided to do it, and then look forward to what's next. There's no clutter involved, no stress. You're just warming up. You're getting ready to go. That takes time and energy, so rest up and then go. Next, we need to recognize ourselves. Now that you're clear and rested, recognize what you're going to do to keep operating at the level you need to without having to reboot again anytime soon. Rebooting slows you down initially, but once you're up and running again, you start to progress rapidly, as long as you stay focused on what your intention is. You need to recognize this and act on it. Otherwise, you'll be rebooting yourself again far too soon. If you do end up having to reboot yourself too often for your liking, then there's a bigger problem. You're worn out in the current situation, and no reboot can sustain you for very long. That's when you need an overhaul. Coming to this conclusion also takes recognition on your part, so having the awareness to recognize yourself in the rebooting process can save you a ton of time and energy and suffering in the future. As with a computer, there's nothing more frustrating than having to constantly be rebooted. Recognize when a reboot works and when an upgrade is in order. It's not just a time saver, it's a lifesaver. Now, consider yourself rebooted. Just as being stuck can be a stick in the craw of your productivity, so can not knowing how to get yourself unstuck. The next time you feel that you'd be better off just trudging through your difficulties, think about giving yourself a reboot. It may be just the wake-up call you need, and now you've got the tools to get it done. Don't quit on yourself and your situation. Take a forced quit on what's going on and free yourself up again. You may find out a lot more about what's going on inside you and whether or not you need to refresh your life or if you need to upgrade your path in general. Please subscribe if you enjoy these talks. Please look for more coming in the future, and please feel free to suggest topics you would like to know more about on mindfulness Buddhism, and a daily practice for moving forward. As always, peace and love, Jim.